All right, here we go again. Just 30 minutes again, like yesterday. Again, I worked, 12 hours. I don't want to be here that long. Yesterday, I fell asleep very quickly right after getting off stream, and I'm sure it'll be the same today. So, I did just see that I need to turn on the MFA for my account here. Also verifying the email address. Okay, so it says verified. And then let's look at here. So I'll go ahead and hit Authenticator app and show code, I guess. And there you have it. All right, so that's better. Let me bring this up on my phone and check the sound or whatever. Hello, can I hear me? Sounds fine, I think. All right. Oh, I didn't turn on my chat bot. What is the highest point in Mesopotamia? What is the highest point in Mesopotamia? It says Mount Nicer. But yep, it did censor itself because it said, kind of verbose, right? Okay, let's chat. Okay, chat. I'm researching Mesopotamia. The highest point is Mount Nicer, 3,987 feet. Pretty impressive. What are you guys up to? So then, like, it's too much, right? We don't want it to chat that much. So I automatically say the response was much too long. But then here's the problem. I say, please summarize it. And so it summarizes it as Mesopotamia research. But when I ask it to do that, it loses track of like the actual question. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So this is good. Let's go back to what we were doing yesterday. So yesterday, I put this up. And so the idea is we think this should work. I have to switch back to here. Code storage 7.8 megabytes. Kind of sounds like a lot. All right. So if we do, where's test? Test right here. All right. So first test event. Okay. And so now we're going to send some things because it's supposed to be like a REST API. So I'm going to put name. Actually, here we can review what is actually supposed to be in there, right? Okay, so here's what's in there. So we're supposed to have, okay, so yeah, let's just put it like that. So it's name. I will put silly internet tricks, sure. We have address line 1, it looks like. And we'll put 333. All right. Harding. 333 Harding. Sure. Address line 2. I'll leave this one as empty. City. New York. State. Idaho. Well, let's put ID, because that's... Let's try to do the happy path first. Zip. Okay, so... Should I look up the zip code for New York, Idaho? Zip code for New York, Idaho. There is no town named New York in Idaho. Ha! Okay, I'll just pick, where are the zip codes? I'll put whatever is here. 100 or like 10,016, I guess. Right? Okay. So that was zip. We'll put phone. XXX. So I said happy path, right? So let's try and put in something that seems like a phone number, I guess. 798 798 7988. Sure. Appointment, date, and time. I still haven't quite decided how I think that is going to be formatted. I'm going to just decide right now that it's going to be formatted like this. I'm going to choose locale string. Yes, this is the formatting I think I'm going to use. So let's do that. Sure, I'm fine with it. Okay, so that was the last one. All right, so now let's format, I guess. Oh, correct the syntax. Okay, how's that? Better? Okay, so now let's send the test event. Here, let's save. All right, now let's hit test. Failed. Okay, well, this is why. Okay, so we're going to put the receipt bucket. Oh, interesting. Wow, so I didn't fix that. Okay, well, let's fix it. Is that the only place I have that? Yeah. Okay, so now we will... So I think we go in there. All right, so I'm going to upload the updated one with that error message fixed. Where's upload? Shoot. Code. Upload. Zip. And we will choose the file again. Okay. That seems fine. Okay, so now we'll set the environment variable for this guy. Oh, wait, do I even have a table yet? Oh, you know what? I do not have a table yet, I don't think. Let's make the table. So, let's see. So I was looking at stuff that I was doing in the other account, right? Let me see here. Okay, so I'm going to sign into that. Because I did create the table there, right? So, and I was just looking at it. So let's view this table. So I put a partition key called primary key like that. And I put a sort key appointment date. I think that makes a certain amount of sense, but I should probably also like include the time that the request is made. So if we let's see here. Here I called it primary key spelled like this. So that's going to be different. But other than that, yeah, primary key string, yeah, that all makes sense. Okay, so we're going to go to Dynamo. And we're going to go into the ClickOps and let's look at how we request a new Dynamo table. Okay, so it's going to be called Aqua Vantage Appointments. Partition key will be called primary key. And sure, let's use that appointment date and time for a sort key. Right? Okay. And yep, those are strings. Oh. If I format it the way that I did... Ah, you know, that's not sortable, really. Unless they're all in the same year, I guess. I'll leave it alone for now. No, yeah, when I save them into the database, they probably need to be ISO string, I guess. Yeah, that would make more sense. Honestly, I might need to put both in there. This one to be able to sort by, but also the more friendly readable one. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so. So that's all I did, right? I think so. Creating the Aqua Vantage appointments table. It will be available for use shortly. Okay, so now I believe we can use the ARN, or I guess maybe just the table name. Let's just try the table name first. So I used Aqua Vantage appointments for the table name. So I'm going to copy. And then return to Lambda. And now we're going to configure with an environment variable. So edit, add. It's going to be called table name, right? No. Dynamo table, I called it. All right, fair enough. Okay, so then I'll put that there. Save. Okay, so now let's hit test again. So we failed one, but now we have updated it, right? So let's test again. Oh, it says succeeded this time. null. We had some code. We had a duration. Whoa. Is that because it's a cold start? 690 milliseconds? Or is it because it's making a network call to DynamoDB? Either way, my goodness. 690 milliseconds. Build duration 789. Resources configured 128 megabyte. Max memory used 30. Oh, so we can slim that down. We don't need 128 if we used 30, right? I think is that a general configuration? We don't need that much. Let's reduce to 64. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it was already at the minimum? $128 was the minimum. Okay, well, never mind then. I guess we're good. Okay, so these details came out. And we had log, and then it said successfully saved appointment. Interesting. So do you think it's telling the truth? Right? So at this point now we go look at the table. All right, so here's the table. And let's see here. Explore items. So does this mean there were no items? Or do we have to run first? Because it looks like there is no item, right? So it probably didn't work. Okay, okay. So there is no item. Oh, query for partition key filter. Oh, that's not going to help me. Yeah, but basically, I think there's nothing in there, so it didn't work, right? So tables, let's go ahead and mark that as favorite. Where's add to favorite? Okay. Active. Oh yeah, here it is. Item count. All right, so we tried to add, and it said that it did, but it did not, right? So, did we ignore an error somewhere? It looks like we did, right? It looks like when we did put item, we were presumably supposed to look for an error there. I clearly got distracted yesterday when I was supposed to be doing that. Okay, so let's look at put item again. It would be this, I believe. Put item. Yes, so there should be an output and an error. So, I'm guessing that we probably did get an error, right? Because if it didn't write to the table, I would guess that we would probably want to get an error, right? So, we're going to put output error is this, and then if error not nil, so then we did not end up using the output here. So if we do get an output, can we just get what it says. For now, I'm gonna say let's skip that. Okay, let's update it again. Yeah, right here. So we're gonna go code, upload, zip, choose our zip again. This is where the ClickOps is like, oh, shoot, we should do this automatically. All right, so I didn't try to fix anything yet. I'm just hoping it'll tell us what's wrong this time. So let's hit test. There we go. Put item, 400 status code. Oh, so we didn't have access. Cool. So now we have to put a role on our Lambda to give it access to put items into our DynamoDB, right? So that might be configuration permissions. So let's add permissions. Dynamo. Wait. Oh, shoot. Oh no, this is permission. Okay, so this is not right. I think we are going to need to do this. But let's come back to that. Or should I just choose other? No, I'm in the wrong place. Let's go back. Configuration. View role document. Okay, so let's edit. Get that open. Okay, we want to edit this, right? Okay, so we want another effect, probably. This one is another allow, so it's a third allow. The action is going to be Dynamo DB put item, I believe. And the resource will be that table. So where's that table? So we'll copy that and paste here. All right. So so if I hit next, what's that going to say? So if we review what it said again, under test, it said, yeah, DynamoDB put item. Great. Awesome. Okay, so let's try adding that and see if it's any different after adding that. Save changes. Okay. So now that that has been saved, I guess we go ahead and run the test again. So just hit refresh. I don't know if that probably doesn't do anything. All right, let's just hit test again. It says succeeded. Well, maybe it did write it this time. I don't know. It's good if it did, because that's what it's supposed to do. So let's see here. Seems, I mean, if that worked, then it really is pretty simple, right? I mean, I guess. All right, so let's choose this. Nope, still no item, so it didn't work. That's effed up. Updates approximately every 6 hours? Oh, maybe it's wrong then. Is it this? Okay, I guess I'll scan. Oh wait, there is one. Okay. So can I... Where was it that I look at the item? I've got it zoomed in real big here, right? And my head is blocking half of it anyway. I'm gonna have to rethink how I'm doing things. Anyway, where were we just looking earlier? Where do we... Oh, it was here, right? Explore items. Okay, so now we have to look at this. Okay. So, it has a UID primary key. That's as expected. And it has an appointment date and time. That's good. That's good. So let's commit these changes. Yes, let's add all of those. Let me just take a quick look at diff. Cool. So we'll add everything. I don't know if I'm gonna get much further, but that's good. Like, I mean, pretty basic stuff, but needed to be done. So I'm gonna plan to come back on in the morning. I was trying to think to myself earlier, what time do I think I'm gonna come on in the morning? I haven't decided that yet. I'm gonna say for tomorrow, 8 o'clock. I was thinking 8 o'clock. Yeah, that's the first thing I said out loud, so I'm gonna say 8 o'clock for tomorrow. And that'll be good. Finish making the lambda function able to write an appointment record to the DynamoDB table, right? Simple. All right, so then, and the other thing, when we tested the lambda, like how long did it take to run that time? 81. Oh yes, that's much better. So it was the cold start the first time that was the problem, I guess. It must have been, right? All right, cool. So or maybe because it errored. Anyway, in any case, 81 milliseconds, that's much more acceptable than that crazy long time we got the first time. That was crazy. Okay, so let's now look at the API gateway. I'm about to log off actually. So for tomorrow, I'll plan to come on at 8 and we're going to look at this AquaVantage API gateway. And we are going to do something with this.